On. On. In one.
Today we are happy and thankful that we have among us a Heritage Class alumni of Giras Ramnath and Bhargavi Ramamurthy. Can you see it? Today we are happy and thankful that we have among us Heritage Class alumni of Giras Ramnath and Bhargavi Ramamurthy. This past December, Giras and Bhargavi joined a group of high school students from all over the United States to visit a small village in India called Y2017. Giras will tell us briefly about his experience and why he made that trip, and also share with us the role Heritage Class has played in his life. We thank Angiras and Bhargavi for joining us today. I'm sure your stories will be an inspiration for all us kids.
Namaste everybody. I'm Angiras.
And I'm Bhargavi.
So last winter we went to a village in Manchapuri, India, and what we did is we traveled there with the main objective of teaching underprivileged students how to speak English, how to do mental math quickly, and science experiments. Our objective was to make learning fun and to instill some confidence in these kids. See, as Indian Americans, we grew up here not really finding a place in America. It's kind of hard when you come from an Indian culture. So that's why we have something like Heritage Class, where we can understand our culture and kind of get our true personality. And in the end, it really helps us because when we go out there with these students in India, a lot of them don't have the confidence that many of us have, and so
So I can say that for sure that we're all here for one reason, and that's because of children. I'm sure we all love kids. I really hope we do, because we're here. And I personally, I love children. I have a little brother, so sometimes he's annoying, but I love him just the same. And I think that kids are the greatest future we have. So that was part of the reason why I went to Manjukudi, because to educate the next generation of Indians, to say that I was a part of that is something I take great pride in. And I volunteer here because to educate the next generation of Indian Americans, the next bridge, to build that bridge from here to India with the next generation of kids is something I also take pride in. So I hope you do as well, parents of these children, and as volunteers who work with them. And I thank you for your time today.
One of the goals of Heritage Class is to integrate the concepts that are taught through stories and discussions to provide a broader perspective of where these teachings fit in. To illustrate one aspect of this integrative approach, we present a play that brings out examples of how core universal values discussed in the senior class, Yajurveda, this year were actually applied, or not, and seen in action in Ramayana, which was a topic for the junior Samaveda class. This play aims to highlight how concepts can and should be applied and practiced in real life by each and every one of us, just as Rama did in Ramayana. It also highlights how one can easily deviate from values if one is not vigilant. Presenting Value of Values in Ramayana, script and directorial contributions by Ramanath Uncle, Rajesh Uncle, Anuradha Auntie, and Preeti Auntie.
So Vidya, what are you doing this weekend?
Do you know about Ishan's birthday party tomorrow? It is at Sky Zone. I am super excited.
I'm looking forward to the battle day after tomorrow.
Wait, what? What battle?
Are Vidya, Yuddha Kanda Ramayana. It means the war story.
We are actually discussing ahimsa.
That's funny. We're discussing violence and you're discussing the exact opposite.
No, Satya, that's not the way to look at it. One can completely misunderstand our stories.
And concepts by such a simplistic translation of a Sanskrit word that's loaded with deep meaning. Lost in translation? Huh? Anyway, for sure, I am completely lost now.
Let me try to give you a little bit of background on what we have learned.
Vidya, I'm sure none of this is going to make any sense to me at all. Here's how. It's not that difficult. Okay.
Ahimsa is a universal value, and not harming is probably a more apt meaning.
Peace, non-violence, non-harming. You're probably thinking, what's the big deal, right?
It is easy to tell someone to be non-harming. You know, I practice ahimsa. I never even hurt an ant.
And all my friends love me because I never have anything bad to say about anybody. It's all about using the right words and doing the right actions and deeds, right?
No, here's where we need to look at it more deeply.
When thoughts are not aligned with words and actions, whether right sounding or not, it can still be violence. Satya, do you get it now?
Words, actions, thoughts, right thoughts?
Let's take an example. Just imagine someone having wicked thoughts but pretending to do harmless things outwardly.
And another person having noble thoughts, but acting as what may be perceived as harsh, but really appropriate considering the circumstances. I think I get a drift. It's just like our moms trying to force feed us when we were younger by scolding or distracting us. But obviously, it was out of deep love. Yeah, I know.
So aligning intention, words, and actions is of primary importance.
I see. So you're saying that we're usually getting caught up with what others would have to say.
Exactly. This is not clear to me after the values class. You will learn about it next year.
Sounds pretty deep. Need further thought.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, what's going on?
We were just talking about war and peace and how they need not be opposites.
Wait, what?
We're talking about ahimsa and how thoughts have a deeper meaning and how word and deed need to be connected.
Yeah, I learned too that thoughts are key. Because thoughts lead to words and words lead to actions. If we master our thoughts, we can master our words and actions too. As we think, so we will become.
It is not enough to say you will not harm. While in your mind, you're bursting with anger to hurt.
I get it. But what if the other person thinks he wants to harm me? Should I just sit quiet?
No, you don't just sit quiet, but one can respond without reacting.
Satya, respond, react. Do you get it?
We're saying that you can use your power of discernment, buddhi. That is when you can respond appropriately. A reaction is usually instinctive, not intuitive. Hey, maybe an example to show you what we mean is how Rama reacted to the crises in Ramayana.
Yes, there are many values that Rama embodied. We learned those through the Ramayana, 24,000 verses of poetry. What an epic!
Let us see our Samaveda friends bring Rama's banishment back to life. That sounds interesting. I would really like to learn how we see the value of values through Ramayana.